How these niggas real? Fucking nigga feelings. White tee with joggers every day. I'm no civilian. We back. Second joint. Got the lovely Tyler Khimani here of Orgasmic Media. How you doing
Yeah,
tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all good. I'm all good. You know, as typical, we got to do our little toast. I'm fasting, so cut me some slack. I got tea. You know, they got some Bel Air going on tonight. So we just gonna get right to it, man. Tell us about yourself. You know, your upbringings and everything like that.
My name is Tyler Khimani, and I'm born and raised in Los Angeles. Um, my upbringing was, I don't know, interesting because I lived in a two-parent household, and I used to go to one-parent house every other week. I don't know. I guess that's somebody's typical story. That's my story. And yeah, I went to King Drew High School, and then I went to Cal State East Bay up north. And then I've thought of this idea to make a platform to showcase different creatives in music, up and coming artists or whatever. And that's where I birthed Orgasmic Media. And I came back home, I started it, and I would interview my friends who were in the music industry or up and coming rappers or entrepreneurs and whatnot. And, it's developed into something very beautiful over the last 5 years.
Yeah, I've been watching from afar, and I've always been a fan. Like when you interviewed me, I told you. I think if somebody in the comment was like, "Angie Martinez," I'm like, "Nah, this is LA's Tyler Kimani." But like as far as like the music goes, like where would you say like what was your? Do you have a moment where you was like, "I'm in love with this"? Like I remember my moment. I'll give you an example. Documentary dropped, and it's a song on there, Higher. Like when I heard that song and that beat, like that was when I was like, I'm in love with this shit. I can do this shit. So what was your moment like when you fell in love with music?
I fell in love with music probably at a really young age. Like both my parents, they were young. They listened to like the hip hop at that time was like Tupac, Biggie, Diddy, and all that. But they also had a very great music taste. So they had like old school music, and so I listened to a whole bunch of different music. But I don't know. I have many moments where I feel like I fell in love with music, just watching like different artists perform, or like seeing different like music videos. One would probably be like Kanye West when he dropped Jesus Walks.
Dope video, by the way.
Yeah, very dope.
Shout out to the Chicago nigga.
Yeah, very dope. One of the first, I guess, hip hop songs I think I can remember was "Elevators" by Outkast.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've always loved music. I just don't have like really good musical talent, but I've always
Everybody
loved
got a
music.
lane. That's all
Yeah,
good.
I was in the church choir and like the school choir, and I played like the flute because they said I couldn't play the drums. But yeah, so I did like different music stuff in like middle school, but outside of that, I was never like really talented. So I was like, I've always loved writing and talking to people.
Okay, so I'm gonna go right to it. We gonna get some. I'm gonna put some pressure on you. So if you had to figure out one album to describe like your adolescent periods or like your development stages, what album would that be?
Fucking great. It would be a graduation.
Okay. Why and
Like,
why?
um, I don't. I feel like graduation like was like a peak like album in my adolescent years. Like I loved Kanye West. That's one of my favorite rappers. But I like loved him. But like graduation got me through a lot. Like I used to play I Wonder when I was like sad and like going through shit. Like that was
Dope,
my
dope song for that
song.
type
So
of
like
mood.
yeah, that was my song to like play over and over again. Like and then I used to have the ringtone. I think my ringtone was like flashing lights, or when you called me, you would hear. I think it was flashing lights. Flashing lights would be playing when you called me. But yeah, I think it would be graduation.
Okay, okay, that's dope.
Yeah.
So in terms of like your own platform, like where are you trying to take it? Like tell us again about more so of like your plans with that and like what do you envision, orgasmic media, growing and developing into?
So recently I like revamped it and I got like a whole like set and like we've added like a live performance segment to it and it's like a TV show now. So I've kind of always wanted to develop it into a TV show. I didn't think I would like pull it off so soon, but hey, here we are. So I kind of just want to expand on that and get it picked up by maybe a major platform, or get like an investor. If you're out there, you want to invest into the platform, tap in. I'm
Show
more
her
than
the money.
welcome.
Show her the money.
Like, okay, like the change that flows, not the ones that jingle. Okay, but I really would like to make it bigger and go like just not just LA, but like international. Like I want it to be big. I want to kind of be like, I don't want to say this, but I want to be like Oprah.
Man, manifesto. Let it be known.
I like Oprah, but sometimes I don't like some of her actions. But that's a topic for another day. But I definitely want to be as big as her and like, help filter, just help showcase different creatives in a positive light and like become a platform that people would like. If you wasn't on your gasman back in the day, like you wasn't cracking, like I really want that. So that's what I am trying to build towards, and I feel like I have expanded like every year. So very excited for what's to come. We'll be back interviewing this summer, so I'm excited.
So you brought up Oprah. My next question would be in terms of like the radio waves, who would you say like the radio personalities like inspired you to even like, want to start like interviewing and stuff like that?
Radio wise, I feel like LA has never really had like, we had like Tammy Mack and Cherry from is it Cherry or Cherry from Steve Harvey's morning show, but we never had like a really prominent like woman on the radio.
Why not you?
Right. I don't no offense. I want to be bigger than just LA, so I really don't want to.
I mean, you gotta take baby steps though. But
True. I would definitely like take a job on 92.3 or Power 106. I'll take either one. Yeah, I even go to KD. But yeah, I can't say that necessarily radio inspired me. I would say more or less television, like watching like 106 in Park, TRL, Sita's World, Rap City, The Basement. It was so many things. Also, Nardwar, that's really one of my like favorite interviewers is Nardwar because he like does his research and everything. He like is intense. But I would say more or less TV inspired me.
Okay, so who like I heard you bring up some pivotal like TV programs. Who would you say like TV personality wise inspired you?
I would say I get my creative like my personality from like various, not just like interview shows or like hip hop shows, but like Moesha, the Parkers, like all those different shows that we grew up on kind of like inspired me to be like, I kind of want to showcase different creatives. I always love acting and all that. Like I'm trying to get into voiceover acting, so I've always loved different fields of creativity and different fields of art. So different TV shows always inspired me, and like I feel like I could somehow be a pillar in the community.
That's dope, man. Round of applause for that. Let's clap for that. So yeah, like in terms of like LA and how you got started, who would you say was like your favorite like artist that you would say like you had a hand in like their development, if you don't mind me asking?
Ooh, I don't know if I could say I had a hand in any of.
Or just like somebody you might have like interviewed, like.
That question, I always feel like I always cat off on that question, because I feel like they all have like grown in some type of way, and I love to watch it like blossom outside of just like me interviewing them. I can't say I necessarily have a favorite because they're all just like dope to watch. Whether they still are in that creative lane that I interviewed them in and they started off in, and they may have branched off into something else, it's still like dope to see their journey and dope to see where they started out and to where they are now. Blast, for example, he's like about to go on a world tour. Kaylin, Chris O'Bannon, Sham 1016 and Airplane James, they're doing dope shit right now. They're like making noise. Griff Tyler. And I've interviewed like a lot of people, and I love just to see them blossom and grow and, excel in their field for sure.
Yeah, I know about a lot of these people due to the cameraman. So shout out to the guy 1050, Vino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not even just the musicians, but different like businesses that I've interviewed or entrepreneurs that I interviewed. Like Jordan, she's my friend. I think she was my first orgasmic interview, and she's an author, but she's done so many different things in her field. Like she's an author. She also does community things. She does different like hikes, wellnesses. She does different events. So I love to see her journey as well from when I first interviewed her to, now. It's just, just seeing everybody just doing their own thing and just shining in their, their way, own way.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to tipsy y'all.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Shout out to her for being faded, still being able to stand 10 toes.
Yes.
So what, like, I know this might be cliche of me to ask, but what, like, kind of actually inspires you to name the platform Eargasmic? Like,
it was a play on the word orgasm in a sense.
I figured that's what it was.
It was, yeah, but the little tagline of Eargasmic is giving you that good stuff. So it was kind of like giving that feel good music, feel good, news, or keeping just the positive light on like different medias, instead of just like the negative and gossip and all that. Like I don't really care about that, and I feel like a lot of people pay attention to it all the time.
Because it sells.
Yeah, it
negative
sells.
stuff.
I totally get it. It sells, and it's like it keeps us entertained, but I just want something that's meaningful, So it was kind of like a play on like, a girl gets a good orgasm. She remembers that. It's like meaningful to her. So that's kind of how I like,
we know they don't quite happen quite a lot. I know y'all fake them a lot, so.
Well, the ones that we don't fake and the ones that we do like remember. That's why we gotta stop faking the ladies, because now we can't even talk about good orgasms without. But also it was just like it was a play on words, but also in a sense like kind of dedicated to, women. It was like a dedication to the women and the things that we can do with our lovely vaginas,
All good. Women make the world go round.
That they do.
So speaking of like, in the music industry now, like it could be somebody like on a smaller scale. It could be somebody like on a larger scale. Like who are you vibing to like that's specifically like women MCs or singers? Like what are you listening to right now?
Right now, Cheyenne Wright, she's just dropped a single. But
shout out to Cheyenne.
Yeah, shout out to her. She's Blast's background singer, but she's been doing music for a while. I love her voice. Let's see who else. It's a lot of women. Melania Monroe, I'm ready for you to drop like her yet. Like she does freestyles and stuff, but she's a dope rapper, and I need you to drop an album. AJ the One, I just recently talked to her. She's planning on dropping something real soon, so I'm very excited about that.
I think I found out about her.
Yes, I'm very excited about that. Mainstream wise, I'm vibing out. Like I like my slow jams. I like Summer Walker. I like Ari Lennox, Jasmine Sullivan. Rap wise, I like Megan Thee Stallion. I like that Plan B she just dropped. It kind of went back to her old school because I haven't really been vibing with some of her stuff. Like
she ain't really been moving.
Yeah, so Plan B was kind of like a little. I was like, okay, I could rock with this. It kind of went back to her roots, so she really rapping. Rap wise, let's see. I still like Kamaya. Kamaya's hard.
I'm addicted to ballin'. That's my favorite song of hers.
Kamaya's hard. I love her. Who else? I kind of like Lotto. Lotto cool. I play her when I get ready. But yeah, the ladies are dominating. It's so many women that are like coming up now that are like in music, and it's dope to see. Not even just like behind the mic, but even behind the scenes. Like we have the DJs, the women DJs popping up. Like shout out to Crystal the DJ. She just went on tour with Kaylin, and I think Young Glock, if I'm not mistaken, but she's killing it. DJ Fawcett's killing it. Crystal, she's an engineer. She's also a producer. She's killing it as well. So, we out here.
Little tidbit. This ain't about me, but shout out to Cheyenne. We got a little record on Tug. Y'all will get one day. I gotta, put some tweaks to it, but I promise it's gonna come out. So shout out to Cheyenne. I'm proud of everything she doing. Let me say that too. Shout out to Vicky Blast for sure, of course.
Yeah, shout out to them.
But I wanted to follow up with something you said. Like, it's a lot of discourse with because I'm speaking on the name of, your platform.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of discourse with women in terms of, them being like, I don't want to say like sexually aggressive in the music, but it's kind of like, it's easy for a nigga to get up there and be, fuck me something. Ooh. Like, how do you feel about that discourse in regards to women being, comfortable in their sexuality?
I feel like I love it. I feel like women have always feel like they have to put themselves in a box, do this, can't do that. Men can go around with their ass hanging out, talking about they getting their dick sucked, doing this, that, and the third. When a woman does it, it's like, oh, you need to talk about something positive. And then when they do talk about something positive, like nobody really listens to it. Y'all just focus on the raunchy song that she just made, and it's like, but she's also an activist and entrepreneur. Like, I feel like men get so caught up on, a woman being half naked. Like, she can be half naked, but she wears so many different faces. Mm-hmm. And I get it. It's a little bit oversaturated, but hell, we've been oversaturated with niggas talking about fuck bitches, get money, and all that for years. So y'all can handle a little
don't got money, don't be fucking bitches.
And pussy talk. I mean, y'all be all right. But I think the argument is like, our kids gonna listen to this. Our kids have been listening to some wild ass music for years. So
yeah, these kids be 6, 7 years old, be already cussing. So.
Like, let's act like we was not listening to my neck, my back. Like, and nobody, I didn't grow up, being white. Never mind.
Speak your truth.
I didn't grow up, acting crazy. All I'm saying is I grew up to be a dope person, and I think, police your kids. Like, my mama didn't let me actively listen to that. I snuck and listened to that. Like,
everything definitely starts in the home.
Yeah,
sure.
Like, my mom was like, no, like, she taught me, like, that's not how you, act as a woman. But, I snuck and watched BT After Dark. I still snuck and watched.
You seen Nelly swipe that credit card up that ass crack,
Like, it starts at home. Like, if you playing out around your kids actively and you got the music video playing while you trying to do your kids' homework and whatnot, then
well, what made me ask that specifically, I was listening to don't quote me on the name of the song, the Missy Elliott joint, Pussy Don't Fail Me Now. And I asked you that because I wanted to see, like, who would you say was like the first, yeah, she funny as hell. Who would you say was like the first like woman to kind of like, to me, I'm gonna say Missy Elliott to my knowledge, but who would you say was like the first woman to come out and be like, into her sexuality on like record?
And that I heard?
Yeah.
It was Lil' Kim.
Okay, yeah, facts. I forgot about Lil' Kim. I forgot about Lil' Kim, facts.
Yeah, so it was Lil' Kim, and then it would be Missy Elliott, my neck, my back, Trina.
I can't believe I forgot about Lil' Kim. Sorry, Lil' Kim. Yeah,
Trina. Adina Howard with
oh yeah, she the freak in the morning. Yeah.
What?
I love freaky ass.
Yes. Who else? It was so many. The girl who's on that one song with Project. Is it Project Pat?
You gotta tell me how the song go.
And the one where they in the GIF with the. And they going back and forth like this.
Oh, it ain't registering.
Okay, I need you to know this song. Now I'm going to have to Google it because it's going to be on the tip of my tongue. Hold on.
Yeah, it's not registering. I mean, of course I know to whoop that trick. I'm not deep. I know I'm in the 3-6 bag a little bit.
Hold on. It is, okay. Is it chicken? Oh, it's Chicken Head.
Oh, boy, I can't believe shit. See, you would have told me, some of the, I could have sing it along with you. I couldn't.
Yeah, so I mean that wasn't too sexual, but it was still raunchy, and she was rapping back at him or whatever. But yeah, it was hella women, talking. I was like, okay, I shouldn't have been listening to it, but I was listening.
Oh, I forgot about the most important part. We talk about what we got on. White Tea. I got on my favorite streetwear brand, EPTM, and some flip flops so you can't see. You know, I like being comfortable. I don't really wear shoes. I'm a big nigga. I don't even like putting on clothes. Like, I'm an Aquarius. Like, I
feel the
like
same
naturally
way.
being like naked, if we be honest, but clothes be making me uncomfortable. Tell us what you got on right now.
I got some sweats that my cousin gave me. Shout out to my cousin. It's Austin. I steal all his clothes all the time. Men clothes are like the best. You guys get the best sweats.
Cause it's baggy and stuff. Yeah.
Like the best everything. Like I steal everything from my cousins. This top is from I don't know. It's a white tank top. Didn't have a white tee. I didn't stop by the liquor store for my club. So sorry.
We made an exception for the lovely Tyler Khimani.
And I got some faux posits on, and yeah.
Anybody you want to like shout out, like definitely give us, you know, your socials and all of that good stuff.
Yeah. Shout outs to Straight Out the Trunk Radio. I also work with them as well. Besides that, shout outs to Red Productions. They are located in downtown LA. That's where I shoot, but they do hella shit like music videos. You can shoot. They do EPKs if you need some. They do hella stuff. It's a great place for creatives to go to.
You're
Come
not
out.
an artist without a press kit, man.
Yes, you need one. They can help you out with all that headshots, all that. Produce a music video, all that. Tap in with them. Also, come out to Skinny's Lounge and Bar on Wednesday nights because me and my girl Nico are hosting R&B City every Wednesday until we like are done with y'all. So pop out. And yeah, I think I'm done there. Shout out to my family and my friends. I love y'all.
Yeah, so again, thanks for tuning in to White Ts and Joggers. This is the second, you know, installment of this podcast. I want to thank y'all.
And thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. You know, you gave me some of your time and brought me on your platform. I thought that was only right. And you know, it's like a mutual respect. So
I appreciate it.
yeah, you know, we building slowly but surely, but you know, we gonna get it cracking. Thank y'all for tuning in. And you know, how these niggas real ones. Fucking nigga feelings. White Tea with Joggers every day. I'm no civilian. Shout out to the Vino, to the cameraman 1050. And y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night.